Okay, then so this next session is based on just flexibility and mobility. If you work from home, we've got a desk job somewhere, you get that afternoon feeling where you're feeling tense and stiff in your shoulders and your spine. These are a good series of movements to flow through. Okay, so just have your feet hip distance apart first of all, just let it flow into some basic shoulder lift and retraction. So breathe in and out, just mobilize the upper back, nice and steady. We'll do one more, and then with your feet just coming a bit closer in, we'll take it into some lateral flexion. We're just sliding it on as down the side of each thigh. So just let your head go with it, breathe in and out, take it to the other side, just a couple each way, just to really stretch these obliques off here. Okay, we'll go again, sliding your hand down one more time, and that gives the side waist muscles a bit of a stretch off there. So we come into your lower back now, just draw your shoulders back guys, chest is nice and open, breathe in, blow out, draw your core in towards your spine. So with your feet just slightly wider into a hip distance stance, palms in front of your thighs, just lean forwards a bit, knees are bent, your bum's stuck out. All we're doing is we're just simply rocking the pelvis forwards, and then we're curving your bum back there. So we're just rocking the pelvis forwards again, and then we're curving the bum back. So we're just getting into that lower spine, the lumbar spine in your lower back. Roll out as you come forwards once more, and then curve your bum back. It's a really good way to mobilize your lower back area. So just coming into the spine again now, we're just going to have a nice stretch for the shoulders first of all. Actually, just lifting your hands above the head, connect your fingertips, look up, stretch those arms and shoulders. Breathing in, just bringing your head in between your arms, feet fixed to the ground. Just give your torso a bit of a twist to the left hand side. You can let your hips go with it if you like, if that helps your range of motion, and then slowly around to the right, feeling that on the right side of your spine. Coming back to the middle, you just take your hands apart. We're going to have your chin tucked into your chest, and we're just aim the fingertips all the way down to the ground, nice and slow. As the fingertips touch the ground though, if you can just bend your knees now, nice and deep, rest your tummy into your thighs. That's good for your lower back. But we're just going to begin to straighten and then bend the legs at a steady rhythm. So that's just giving lower back some really good relief here. Okay, we're just going to go with straight legs once more, bend the knees once more, and then with your hands onto your feet, just let the head drop. Breathe in and out, give your head a bit of a nod up and down. Slow the head down, and then we're going to roll back up nice and slow, mobilizing that spine. The head will come up last. Take a breath in at the top, just a little float with your arms actually. Up we go. Breathing in and blowing out then. So we now target the hips. If you have your left foot flat first of all, hands on your hips, just have your right foot over that left leg, so both feet are flat. Stick your right arm out to the right, folks. Left hand on your left hip, and if you can just lean to the left a bit now, just lean to your left, right arm above your head, stick your right hip out to the right, and you'll get a good stretch going on, hopefully into the right hip area. Okay, and then coming back with feet slightly apart. We'll do the other side in a second, just coming into that spine again. So just keep your feet fixed to the ground, lift your arms straight above the shoulders, take a breath in, and we're just going to lean out to the right a little bit. Now just go to the point where you're feeling some stretch now on the left side of your spine, and then come back to middle, breathe in, keep feet fixed to the ground, and just lean over to your left, feeling that on the right side of your spine also. 3, 2, 1, and now with your arms in front of your thighs, your chin tucked in, just a basic spine roll down this time. So just imagine you're peeling your spine off the invisible door, folks. Just slide hands down knees, down the shins, down to your ankles. Pause as your hands grab your ankles, knees are slightly bent. And then, if you just bring your hands up to about mid shin height level, stick a hand at each elbow, With your knees slightly bent still, just begin to rotate your head, your trunk, and arms around to the left, and then around to the right. So this is good for each side of the lower back. Blow it out, and breathe it in, nice and slow. And then just place your fingertips under your feet, roll back up nice and slow, head coming last once again. And as you reach up tall, just take your arms above the head again, folks. Breathe in. And with your feet slightly wider apart, we're going to take it into some hip rotation, but we're going to let your arms go with it. So just really take those hips forwards and then circle your bum back, just to get around lower back and upper back areas as well. So just have 2 or 3 circles each way. Mobilize them well. And get rid of any mid-afternoon tension in your spine and upper body areas. So this time, the left hip, if you have your right foot flat, just cross your left foot over the right foot. So just make sure your feet are fixed to the ground first. Right hand on your hip, left arm out to the left. But now with your left arm reaching above your head, just stick your left hip out to the left, guys, as much as you can. Big stretch going on in that left hip zone area. Just hold on. 3, 2, 1. And then coming back to your flexion, similar to what we've just done, except your feet a bit closer in. Left arm by your side, right arm, just lift it above your head as you slide your left hand down your thigh. So we get deeper into that right of your torso. Okay, so breathing in, left arm out to the left. Just slide your right hand down your right thigh again. And as your left arm raises up, stretch into that left of your torso. Okay. So just piling up your fingertips at about chest height. Just a bit of rotation. Getting across your upper back. Breathing in, blowing out. Okay. And then coming into a wide leg position this time, just to target your lower body a bit, as well as the front of your shoulders. A nice wide stance going on with your feet. Your chin is tucked in. Take a breath and you just try and get your fingertips or your hands flat to the floor. Straight legs or bent knees. Just drop your head low, folks. And then walk your hands out in front. And if you can, just try and place a right hand now onto your right foot or your right ankle with a straight leg or bent knee. But either way, you're going to get this in the back of your right hamstring centrally. We're going to turn the head to the right. We're going to breathe in. And we're just going to pull back your right arm nice and wide now, really stretching across the front of your upper shoulder area. And then bring your right hand down, take a breath in, left hand onto your left foot or left ankle. So we stretch that central hamstring off again. Breathe it in, turn your head to the left, just pull your left arm back wide, get across the front of the left shoulder area as well. And then your hands are going to walk a bit further back in. Just have your hands pointing laterally out to the feet, folks. Your feet can come a bit closer in as well. Hopefully you won't slip on your mat like I am. Your knees are nice and bent. And if you just want to have a bit of lunge now from side to side, just getting into those inner thighs here, really bending your knees, leaning to the right, leaning to the left. Getting stuck in to those adductors here. So just begin to slow that down, and then placing a hand up onto each thigh, lift the head up nice and slow. And another good one for your upper back, just keep it wide, have your arms wide as shoulder height, just let your hips go with this one. This time just twisting upper body and arms round to the left and round to the right, getting into those upper back spots. And then staying wide, just targeting into that central lower back. You keep your core tight with your hands on hips. Deep bend of the knees, folks. Just lean forwards and just get to the point where you're feeling some stretch into that central lower back. You'll feel the bite point. You'll know when you've gone far enough. Just hold there. So again, if you're in a desk job, it's always good to just get up and maybe do this for 20 minutes if you can throughout the day. Rising up tall. Now we lift your arms straight above the shoulders with a breath in first. Blowing out, keep that core sucked in. Keep the legs straight this time, folks. We're just going to extend forwards from the hips and we're going to lengthen your arms out long. getting to the point where you start to feel some stretch in the hamstrings again, but also into the upper back. Alright, and then coming back up from there, just one more on the feet, and then we'll just do a few movements on the floor. So for this one, just start with a bit of a full body release. Take your arms above head, above shoulders even, lifting your heels off the floor, just a standing full body release. Then with the heels down, just putting your fingertips behind your glutes, your chin tucks into your chest. Take a breath, guys, just get a nice deep bend going on into your thighs. Sink your tummy into the thighs, look down to the floor, lift your hands above your head, the upper back, stretch across the front of your upper body and into your lower back as well, before releasing the grip from your hands back onto your feet, breathing in, rolling back up, nice and slow, the head coming last there. Okay, so some really good standing postures there to do if you've got time to get up from your desk and just mobilize a little bit. And if you've got a bit of extra time, just to come down onto your front now, state of this mat, covered in grass. So we're going to have your feet slightly apart, your chin tucked in, and another spine roll down. So all you're doing is you're just rolling down, nice and slow, hands going down towards your feet, ankle areas, knees are going to bend, walking out onto your hands which are flat. So your head's going to hang loose, folks, your bum's going to stick up high, just stretching into the back of the hamstrings again. If you can bring your hands a bit closer in, just to intensify it, great. But then we just alternate bending knees, a nice steady tempo, getting down the back of the lower leg calves here, okay? Nice and slow, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then if you just stick your knees on the floor, glue the knees together, stretch your arms in front, have the chin tucked in. If you just sit your bum back onto your heels now, put your head down to the floor, into a nice central lower back release here, okay? So a really good one to do if you're working from home and your back is a bit tight from sitting down a lot, okay? 3, 2, and 1. Lift your head up from there into the cat stretch curve. So you've got your hands under shoulders, nice straight arms, knees under your hips, folks. Just let your head drop, take a breath in, push your hands into the floor, chin tucks in, tummy sucks in, we're arching the upper back. Okay, great stretch for the upper spine. Now lifting your head up slowly and just bringing a bit of curve into your lower back there. We just feel that into your lumbar spine. If you like, just raise your shoulders, give your head a bit of turn to the left slowly, just to mobilize your neck. Breathing in, turning your head the other way. Then just let your head fall, let your head hang loose, press your hand to the ground, chin tucks in, tummy sucks in, arch that upper spine. And then just a bit of curve in the tailbone once more. That will really sort your back out there. Okay, so then just coming into a seated position. Hopefully you can cross your legs naturally. You don't have to be too tight, you can just have a little bit of distance between the shin and the foot if you need to, or if you like, just have your feet together like that, okay? But just getting into your upper back, shoulders are down, your hands are on your knees. We lead with the left shoulder first of all, just lead with your left shoulder, bring your upper body forwards, rotation all the way around for a circle, leaning back a little bit, breathe it in, blowing out, and then just going forward to your right shoulder this time, just getting into the upper back areas which might be tight. Once again, nice circle mobility. Sitting up tall, if you just put your right hand down flat, bend your right elbow, just lean to the right with your left arm above head again. Another good stretch into your side, and then with your left hand flat, your right arm out to the right, just bend your left elbow, reach your right arm up and above your head. Okay, and then just getting down each side of your spine again. We're going to just sit with a right leg stuck out in front, a left foot over your right leg, stay tall on your back with your right hand on left knee, breathe in, just a bit of upper body rotation to your left hand side, and as you get to your range, the right side of your spine will hopefully feel a big stretch going on. Upper body back in the middle, left foot coming inside to your inner thigh, just flex your toes back, reach your arms up high, take a breath in, and reach out towards the toes, the back of the foot, the ankle or the shin, lower your head down, central hamstring pull, and then release your hands from that foot. Just stretch your legs out long, folks, let your feet point out the floor, raise your arms high, breathe in, with your chin tucked in, just edging your upper body forward slowly now, reach out those hands to what you can, and then place the fingertips down to the floor. That way you'll stretch your spine out really well. You're coming back up slowly, lifting arms up to shoulder height, and then with your chin tucked into your chest, just round the shoulders forwards, and that will get into the upper back areas again. Before sticking fingertips behind your butt, sitting up tall, lifting your chest to cause a bit of a curve into your lower back. Breathe and hold, and then we target the other side, so just spin around. It's just a case of this time having your left leg straight, right foot over, your left leg stay tall, left hand your right knee, fingertips behind you, just a bit of turn to the right hand side this time, and that will pull on the left of your spine. Let's just hold that there. I think you'll probably have to be working from home to do all this. If you do it in your office, you might get a few looks. So just have your right foot inside to the left inner thigh now, flex the left foot back, and just reach out to whatever you can. Foot, ankle, shin, drop your head, central hamstring. And if you're working from home with no one around, you can just have a little bit of release into your lower back. So just have your knees bent together, your head down, and drop your bent knees out to the right first of all. Give that lower back a good stretch on the left. Drop your knees out to the left as well. Feel it come into that right part of the lower back. Back to the middle. Just wrap your hands around your knees, hug them into your middle, folks. Just a rock from side to side. Massage that spine. Slow it down with a hand on each knee. Just give the knees a bit of a rotation circle, just massaging that lower spine. And then with your feet flat, your knees bent, your hands dropping out to the sides, take your knees apart, guys. Join your feet together. Just a few seconds before you go back to work, just close your eyes down, gap in the chin, open mouth, and slowly breathe in. Exhale out. Take it in through the nose, out through the mouth. Fingertips onto the temples of your head. Just give your head a bit of a massage. Just rotate fingertips into the head there. And into your face a little bit as well. Before keeping hold of your knees, just pulling yourself up. And the last one, okay, is just have those knees butterfly apart, folks. Stick your elbows into the chest, cup your hands together. So if you're sitting down a lot during the day, this is brilliant for your lower back. Head in line with spine, just sink your bum back to heels, drop your head down to the floor, stretch into that lumbar spine. And then lift the head up, and that's a really good routine then, folks. If you're working from home, you can obviously do that on your lunch break. If you're in the office with people around you, hopefully they'll let you get on with it. Okay, well done, thanks.